This is my math homework number 2, Wednesday. Find the product, 43 times 823. Here is 823 times 43. We do the same thing as always. We're going to multiply our ones place value first. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 8 is 24. Now we cross out the 3, add our 0. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, add 1 is 9. 8 times 4 is 32. Now we add our partial products up. 9 plus 0 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13, carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then 3 is by himself. It's going to give us a final product of 35,389. Let's move on to the second one on finding the quotient. It is 549 divided by 9. 9 cannot go into 5. Let's put an X up top. 9 can go into 54. So that's going to be 6 up top. And now it's 54 minus 54 to give us 0. Bring down this number. 9 can go into 9 once. We have no remainders. Our final quotient is 61. Okay, let's go and move on to the next one. On the third one, it says find the sum. Here's 199 and 13 hundredths plus 75 and 2 tenths. I like to add a 0 right here and make sure your decimals line up. 3 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Our decimal goes straight down. 9 plus 5 makes 14, carry my 1. 1 plus 9 makes 10. 10 plus 7 makes 17, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Our final sum is 274 and 33 hundredths. The next one is going to be find the difference. So we have to subtract. Here's 29 and 9 tenths minus 18 and 82 hundredths. We can add a 0 up top. We cannot do 0 minus 2, so we borrow. This becomes an 8. Here is a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Our decimals go straight down. 9 minus 8 is 1. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have a difference of 11 and 8 hundredths. Moving on, we now have to simplify fractions. We have 6 tenths. And then we have 9/21. We can divide both by the number 2, because 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So it's 3/5. For 9, we can divide both by the number 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. So you have 3/7. Let's go and move on to the most difficult one. We have to solve for this long operation. So we have 300 minus 7. Brackets. These are called brackets. They're almost like parentheses. Times parentheses 3 plus 5 parentheses brackets plus 3 to the third power. Let me zoom out. Remember PEMDAS. We have please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally. Okay. So here's parentheses. These are exponents. The little guy that hangs out up top. Multiply, divide from left to right. Add, subtract from left to right. So in this operation, we have to do the parentheses first. So there's the parentheses. And we know that 3 plus 5 is 8. So let's go rewrite this. So we keep everything the same. 300 minus 7 brackets 4 times, and then we can write the number 8 and drop the parentheses now. And then plus 3 to the third power. So we got the part, we did this part right here. The next one is the brackets. these brackets right here are kind of like parentheses, so we have to do them as well. And we know that 4 times 8 is 32. So it's going to rewrite everything. 300 minus 7 brackets 32 brackets plus 3 to the third power. Now, this little thing right here, where it's 7 brackets 32, that's pretty much saying 7 times 32. When a number is next to a parentheses or a bracket like this, that just means that it is multiplication. But we're not going to multiply that 7 and the 32 because we have to do exponents next. So now this is 3 times 3 times 3. There's 3 copies of 3. I know that 3 times 3 is 9, and then another times 3 is going to be 27. So it should look like this now. It's 300 minus 7 brackets 32 brackets plus 27. Now we can multiply 32 times 7, and if we do that, that's going to give us 14, carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21, add 1 is 22, so it's 224. Now let's go rewrite everything. 300 minus 224 plus 27. At this point, we have to either subtract or add. I know that under PEMDAS, you add, subtract from left to right. So in this case, we have to add, or we have to subtract 300 minus 224 first. And let's see what that gives us. Borrow. That's a 10. Borrow again. That's a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 2 is 7. So now it's 76 plus 27. And I know that's going to be, let's go add those up. 7 plus 6 will give us 13. Carry the 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Add 2. It's going to be 103. And I know that I did that correctly, so we should be good to go.